Tonight at 9 p.m. on Fox News, you can waste your time watching a debate between people who can't possibly win the Republican nomination and some of whom you've never even heard of before. At the same time, Donald Trump has announced that his interview with Tucker Carlson will air. It has already been filmed, and everyone is really excited for that. Now, this Trump PAC has created the 2024 Vice Presidential Debate website, trolling Fox News and the other candidates. Clearly, it's a waste of time. Most of you probably know this, but I'd like to show you the array of candidates for which you can waste your time watching. You got Chris Christie, you got Tim Scott, DeSantis, Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley, Burgum, Hutchinson, Pence. I ask you this, my friends, for what reason on God's green earth would you watch Nikki Haley argue with Mike Pence? It is the most absurd and irrational thing I have ever seen anyone waste money putting on. This is stupid. Sorry, it just is. Now, look, you tell me that Tim Scott, Ron DeSantis, Ramaswamy, they're going to have a debate. I say, okay, maybe I want to watch that. That makes sense to me. Let's get rid of Haley, Burgum, Hutchinson, Pence, and Chris Christie and have a conversation between these up-and-coming young stars. I'm kidding. They're not all young, but you get my point. They launched this website, this Trump PAC. You can clearly see that Vivek Ramaswamy is the favorite at 58%, the 2024 vice presidential debate. Actually, yeah, that's probably a fair point. Here's my question. They say that there's a qualifier for you to make the stage, but Larry Elder was not allowed on the stage. He's filing, as I understand it, an emergency injunction demanding he be allowed on the stage because he is polling at the right numbers. Now they said, yeah, but we don't like that one poll. Lies, cheating, and manipulation. I do not see any. I'm sorry. It's tonight. I know it's 9 p.m. You've also got Trump's debate coming on, but I just don't understand. You guys comment below and explain to me why you're going to watch this, because let me just say, again, I understand Ron DeSantis, Vivek Ramaswamy having that conversation. It will be very interesting. But seriously, how much airtime are you actually going to get on that? Are we going to have to listen to Burgum debate Hutchinson on key issues? I don't know or care about who these people are. You know what I think? With all of this, Trump's the guy. He's the incumbent. He had one term. He ran again. He didn't get it. He's going to go again. That's it. I'm looking at all the polls, and you see all these historians are saying like never before, and probably not now, has someone this far ahead in the polls lost the primary race. So what is the purpose of these debates? They are trying to remove Donald Trump. So you may be asking, why are we even having this debate? Because they want to take Trump's name off the ballot. It's all part of this cockamamie scheme. They're going to take Trump's name off the ballot in several key states, and then say, see, here are the candidates that are available. This is why they want to have the trial very, very quickly in March in Georgia. They want to get a conviction as fast as possible so they can immediately file to say 14th Amendment, Trump's an insurrectionist, get him out of there. Yeah, I think this debate's going to be a waste of all of our time. They're not going to be able to remove Trump's name, but should they, for whatever reason, I mean, they're going to try. You know, people who think they aren't, you're wrong. There's still a lot more that can happen. But I think it's just absolutely silly. Now, Donald Trump says he's skipping the debate to punish Fox and the Murdochs. Well, I'll tell you this. For several reasons, we are not going to talk about or cover the GOP primary debate. First of which, while we are fans of Vivek Ramaswamy here at Timcast, I don't see a reason to showcase this. Maybe a clip tomorrow when it's like, oh, Vivek said a really interesting thing or Ron said a really interesting thing. I don't think it matters if Nikki Haley says anything interesting at all because her polling is completely irrelevant. She has no business being in this race, nor does Chris Christie. And as much I do like Tim Scott, but I don't see him having any business here. These people are hoping they're going to go up on stage and they're going to break away from the pack. Are you kidding? Vivek Ramaswamy is the clear second place candidate. Even right now, Ron DeSantis is in dead third. Look at this. Prediction markets have Vivek Ramaswamy 7 points above Ron DeSantis. These are not polls. These are prediction markets. But Ron DeSantis at 13 cents, that gap is so massive now with Vivek Ramaswamy. It's almost pointless. Ron has been on a downward trajectory this entire time. Look at this. From 30 cents in May, dropping down now to 13 cents. Okay, so Ron really needs this. He needs to come out against Donald Trump. Well, the memo that was circulating is that he's going to try and defend Trump and go after Ramaswamy. He needs an opportunity to shine. It's not going to work. Vivek Ramaswamy is running the campaign that Ron DeSantis should have been running, but Ron decided to go to war with Trump. And Vivek has, you know what, man? I don't know if Vivek listens to me or a bunch of other shows. I think he does, because a bunch of people were saying exactly this. If you're going to run as a Republican in this primary to build clout, to challenge Trump, whatever it may be, to sell books, I don't know, you have to praise Donald Trump. You have to, because people like him, because he did well. The economy was booming. And this is what I was saying. I said early on, Ron DeSantis' strategy needs to be Donald Trump did an incredible job as president, but they shackled him down. And my concern right now is that some people find him too off-putting, and we cannot risk Democrats taking control, maintaining control. So while I will respect and advance the policies Trump laid out, I think that my strategy and tact is better equipped for the White House and more likely to win. And some people might not like that. Some people might not like that. So maybe you don't got to be so heavy-handed with it. You could just say, I mean, Vivek is nailing it. He's saying that he likes what Trump was doing. Trump hit a lot, but he's got plans and he thinks he can execute them better. Nailed it. You know what I would love to see? I would love to see a Vivek Ramaswamy vice presidential. This is the thing, right? They're saying the vice presidential debate. Get Vivek as your VP, Trump. Right now, I'm feeling it. We were saying for the longest time, Ron DeSantis. I was talking to regular old people, and I was saying, I talked to this guy, middle-aged guy, and he said, "Oh, I just can't vote for Trump." And then I was like, "What are you going to do? Vote for Biden?" He goes, "Oh, no, I definitely can't vote Biden." And I was like, "What about Ron DeSantis?" And he goes, "I could vote for DeSantis." And I was like, "Okay, what if it's Trump, DeSantis VP?" And he goes, yeah, I think I could do that. I don't know if we're there anymore. They launched this VP Debate 2024 website, and you can see Ron DeSantis is at 8%. Ron DeSantis is doing worse on this website than Tim Scott is. Yikes. He's rivaled by Chris Christie. Jeez. Yo, we gotta recognize this, man. It is a big waste of time. Now, I do want to talk about Fox News threatening everybody, and I want to talk about how they're trying to come after Vivek. Vivek is now coming up in second place. So now they're trying to lie. They're literally lying about him. Before I get into all that, I do want to do a shout out. Guys, the Defiant, Dead Language. Look up this song. Listen to this music. The Defiant. These are guys. This is Pete Parada right here. He's done some drum work for us over at Timcast. These are guys who said F you to the machine, to the mandates, to the lockdowns, and were punished for it. And they are defiant. And they've come out with a new song that's really good, Dead Language. And it talks about all of these people, young people are just glued to their phones. Their brains are washed. I think you'll really, really like it. It's not necessarily the same thing as Rich Men North of Richmond, which is calling out the politicians and the bureaucrats. But this is calling out the cultural failures and the people just marching in lockstep. You should definitely check this song out because we should be supporting culture that challenges the machine. Now, let's talk about what's going on with this debate. This is from a couple weeks ago, and it's one of the reasons why we're not going anywhere near their garbage debate. Fox News threatens to sue rivals over primary debate. Fox News has been called out for apparently threatening legal action against unaffiliated media outlets that reuse more than 3 minutes of excerpts from an upcoming GOP debate in the 7 days following its broadcast. I do want to point out, good luck with that, Fox. If you really want to go to war. Now, if Donald Trump was actually at this debate, I'd say, try me. Because this is newsworthy, extremely newsworthy, and we would normally provide commentary on such a debate. But Fox News says, no, we will copyright strike anyone who dares. Okay. I find this absolutely laughable. Look at this. Trump tells allies he's skipping the debate to punish Fox and the Murdochs. In the weeks leading up to his announcement that he'd snub Fox News' GOP debate, Trump is relishing the idea of punishing the Murdoch family. The ex-president's plans to ditch the counter program to debate, is in part retribution for the Fox-controlling clan's backing of Ron DeSantis, Trump's leading rival in the 2024 primary. Two sources with direct knowledge of this matter, and another person close to the former president, tells Rolling Stone. Not that I believe Rolling Stone, mind you, they're garbage. Maybe they should have been loyal to Trump. Trump has privately sniped about Fox and Rupert Murdoch. In discussions with his political advisors and during sit-down meals with allies at his Bedminster Club this month, Trump has repeatedly mocked Fox brass and on-air talent for supposedly begging him to participate in their televised debate, and sneered that the network has no leverage to force him to do anything while his polling lead is so commanding, the two sources say. In these private conversations, the heavily indicted 2024 Republican frontrunner has relayed to confidants the alleged details of conversations he's had. In doing so, Trump has at times performed teasing impressions of Fox personnel trying to entice him to commit to the debate, replete with his standard emphasis on these executive impersonalities, calling him sir over and over again. Oh, as the New York Times reported, host Brett Baer and execs Jay Wallace and Suzanne Scott have personally appealed to Trump as part of the network's apparently failed mission to get Trump on their August debate stage in Wisconsin. There are multiple reasons why Trump and senior aides plan to ditch this week's Fox News debate, and the first of the GOP presidential primary season. For one thing, Trump and his team want to deprive his conservative opponents of the attention, bump in ratings, and earned media they would likely get if Trump were on that stage with them at this point in the primary. In Trump's own words, why should I give it to them? 100% correct. Now, I'll come back to this, but let's jump back to Fox saying that they will sue you. They will come after you. In an advisory circulating on social media, which Newsweek has yet to independently verify, the network reportedly set out stringent redistribution policies and warned that failure to comply, quote, will be regarded as a violation of our rights and may subject violators to liability under applicable laws. It adds, Fox News reserves all rights and remedies in the event of any violation of its rights. Newsweek approached Fox News via email for comment and confirmation of the document's authenticity Friday. An almost identical advisory regarding the GOP primary debate in 2016 remains available on Fox News' website. Very interesting. The network will host the first of two Republican primary debates so far announced, with the first taking place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on August 23rd. Fox Business will host another at the Ronald Reagan Library, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. The first debate may suffer from the absence of the Republicans' primary field current frontrunner, blah, blah, blah. All right, Fox News. Now, apparently they've done this before, 2016. And, in 2020, there was no primary debate. So this may be fairly routine for them. But as we enter this new era, 7 years on, where we do these live shows and we provide live commentary and fact checking on these candidates because it is newsworthy. Normally, if Trump was there, I'd say, you know what? Screw you, Fox News. Try me. Let's play fair use. Let's see the extent to which you're willing to argue one of the most newsworthy conversations in this country, if not the most. Let's make that argument that you can block out the public from listening to politicians debate their plans. Sorry, I don't think you're going to win that one. I really don't. But you know what? In this day and age, right now, with the lack of relevance as to your debate, I have to say, I'm not sure there's a really great argument anymore. Now, obviously, there is a fair use argument. You have some of the most famous men in the country, Tim Scott, Ron DeSantis, Chris Christie, Ramaswamy, the rest, I don't know. Nikki Haley, fine. You have prominent political personalities debating their plans. And you're going to try and argue exclusive rights over that. No one can share that. Spare me. Now, to be fair, they'll say, yeah, but rebroadcasting the whole thing with commenting. I'm going to argue that these men need to be fact checked. I'm sorry, these individuals, Nikki Haley, is a woman. These individuals need to be fact checked, but let's just be real. There's no relevance to this debate, so I just don't care. Made it easy for me, Fox News. Not only do you not have the only guy we want to hear from, to be fair, I would like to hear from Vivek Ramaswamy having a conversation with Donald Trump, but you don't have Trump center stage. It's like, could you imagine going to see, insert famous band And the main the front man's not there, the singer's not there. That's nonsense. Hey everybody, let's go see Rolling Stones, and Mick Jagger won't be available. It's like, okay, now I can understand for a lot of bands, their lead singer may pass on, and so they want to find a way to play, and they will. That's different. It's like you're not really going to see the band when the front man's not there. And that's what they're trying to pull off right now. It's just a waste of all of our time. The former president has made it clear, as the Rolling Stone says, when talking to those close to him, that he believes whacking Fox in such a public manner also serves to discipline the Murdoch media empire. And honestly, blah, blah, I don't care. One of Trump's biggest gripes lately has been over the Murdoch media decision to vociferously pump up DeSantis as DeFuture, who could snatch the crown from Trump in 2024. No, he can't. Ron DeSantis made a tremendous mistake. I'm sorry, he did. And the DeSantis supporters, they're nuts. Not all of them, not every single one. Okay. I like Ron DeSantis policy-wise. I think he is a more rigid politician. He can get the job done. He can execute. And so what Ron DeSantis' opportunity was running against Trump, he got too big for his britches. They strapped on those wax wings and he flew right up to the sun and crashed into the sea. Early on, Ron was polling above Trump. The prediction markets had him 2-1, the favorite, against Trump. And then he launched his campaign. And instead of praising Trump's policies and complimenting him and defending him, Ron came out in the stupidest way imaginable, attacking Trump in weak ways. Passive, antagonistic defenses. We call those, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's the false compliments. There you go. It's like a false compliment. What you have is Donald Trump gets indicted. And Ron DeSantis goes, look, I don't know what goes into paying a porn star hush money, but, I will not assist in the extradition of, whoa. That is not how you get it done. Hey, look, man, far be it from me to tell the guy how to run his campaign, but I think if he followed the advice that I'd been given on my shows, he'd probably be doing a lot better, which is to say, Ron DeSantis, immediately when the first indictment came out, here's what I'd do if I was governor. I would announce a press conference. I would walk up to the podium, little papers, and put them down. And then I would say, the state of Florida will not allow any law enforcement from outside this state to lay one finger on Donald Trump. This attempt at criminal charges and indictment is clearly a political move to manipulate our elections, and we will have no part in it. You are not welcome in our state, and you will not lay a hand on Donald Trump. Thank you. Walk away. Yo, everybody would be screaming like, yes. Instead, I don't know what goes into, paying off a porn star, but we're not going to be involved in not going to assist in any extradition. It's like, dude, you had the message right there. If Florida law enforcement won't assist in any extradition, it's a half measure. You're going to send feds down to Florida, and he's going to be like, don't look at me. I'm too weak to do anything to defend any kind of movement in this country. It doesn't play, man. It doesn't play. That's why he's dropping in the prediction markets in the polls. Now, I don't think Vivek has gone near that because he's not a governor. But Ron had the opportunity to come out, and it's not like he could, even if he just said, we won't assist in the extradition, he could have done it better. Instead, Ron has tried to attack Trump from the right. It's insane. And Ron, for this, he's losing moderates. Yo, they put out that video where it's like playing that techno song or whatever. Bow, doo, doo, bow, bow. And then Ron, it's like, Ron wants to ban this and ban that, LGBT. And I think there's fair criticisms of Trump when it comes to Fauci, Trump when it comes to social justice type policies and how far he was willing to let them go. Absolutely. That's why I think Ron DeSantis deserves credit as a governor. But his messaging has been gigantic turds that you can't flush. Because then apparently one of the guys in their campaign produced this video that's playing Running Up That Hill. And then it ends with soldiers marching towards the Sonnenrad, the black sun, a symbol associated with Nazis. and Ron like smiling. And it's just like, wow, how do you screw this up? I'll tell you how. Christina Pichot. That's not even a question. She's apparently, there's news reports coming out that she's running these groups, or that she's got a group and they're all cheering on these memes. And then they put out this absolute garbage, which just tanks Ron DeSantis. If there is any sign that Ron is no longer a threat, look towards how they're trying to smear Vivek Ramaswamy from The Atlantic. Vivek Ramaswamy says he wants the truth about 9/11. He didn't say he wants the truth about 9/11. He said that declassified documents came out in 2021 showing that Saudi Arabian intelligence were involved in some capacity, and we were lied to for 20 years about it. So they haven't told us the full truth. How do they twist this? In a quote from Vivek Ramaswamy, he said something to the effect of, if there was a question about how many federal agents were on the planes that hit the trade centers, we would want to know the answer. And if it's probably zero, right? And the 9/11 Commission would know that. So if we're going to do a commission on January 6th, we want to know how many federal agents are on the ground. They twist it to try and make it seem like Vivek is claiming 9/11 was an inside job to smear him. CNN comes out, The Atlantic comes out, Daily Beast comes out, knives out for Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek then says, I'm being misquoted. And so what do? They wait to release the audio knowing they're putting him in the trap. Vivek stumbled on this one. He walked into this trap. I can't blame him because this is what the media does. They lie, cheat, and steal. But you got to be careful. You got to be careful about how you quote things. And we're very careful when it comes to Timcast IRL. You know, we just had that culture war episode with Bill Mitchell. And he said, he was quoting, he's like, Alex Brusewitz went on Twitter and said, insert quote from Alex Brusewitz about how Bill Mitchell looks like an aging lesbian, he said. But Bill said, I look like a, and they clip that. Then Alex Brusewitz tweets out, look at this admission from Bill Mitchell. And it's like, part of me says, dude, people are going to fall for that and think he actually said that. He did literally say it, but he was saying, you said, I said. Like, you tweeted that you know what I mean? It was still really, really funny. And with respect to Bill Mitchell, he took it like a champ and was making a bunch of jokes about it. And it was really, really funny. After we did that debate, Bill Mitchell, really nice guy. He's big for DeSantis. And we were joking about it. As soon as the show ended, he goes, they got me. And we all started laughing. It's like, I knew as soon as I said that they're going to make that clip. And we're like, it's going up at any second now. And then, a little while later, we're downstairs and he's like, there it is. They got it. And we all started laughing. And he was a good dude. He's making jokes about it. But I'm sorry, Bill, your tweets are just, I can't follow you on Twitter. Your tweets are just, I can't. Sorry, man. They're insufferable. All right. But here's where we currently are. They're going after Vivek. They know that he is the real threat. So this is what you can expect to see more of. This is it. In the prediction markets, Vivek is the real second place candidate. Now, this is interesting. Why are they having this debate? Ratings, I guess. Selling ads? Sure. Are you really going to watch? I mean, honest question. Are you guys going to watch this? I can understand wanting to see what Vivek has to say. And you can catch Trump's interview with Tucker at your own leisure. It's already been recorded. It's going to be uploaded, and you can watch it after the debate if you really want. We're not going to watch the debate. Normally, we would do live commentary with the debate playing. We'd call out people who fact checked, but I gotta be honest. The only two people on that stage that care about DeSantis and Ramaswamy. And Ramaswamy is clearly the only one anyone else cares about. Look, if this poll is accurate, vote below for your favorite VP. Click to expand info from the candidate. I would love to see a Donald Trump, Vivek Ramaswamy ticket. I think that'd be really interesting. Two businessmen. Now, there are some questions I have, some issues I have. I really think you need someone with some military experience when it comes to the commander in chief. And that's what I would prefer. I like Tulsi Gabbard when she was running. She got promoted recently. I don't know what her current rank is, but she's in the National Guard. I believe she still is. No, actually, maybe she's gotten out. I'm not sure. But like real military experience matters. Ron DeSantis was a lawyer, JAG officer, I believe, in the Navy. I respect that tremendously. That's kind of the issue. Like, Vivek and Trump, you got two business guys. I got to be honest, I'm willing to try that out, especially because Vivek has an analytical mind. He's studied, he's looked at the law, and he's got plans. Trump is the bull. And this is what we were talking about last night. Trump is a bull in a china shop, rampaging through the deep state. And Vivek, I think this is what Ian described him as, a wizard. And I was like, I'm just imagining the doors bust open to the fortress of the deep state. And there's a gigantic bull with golden Trump hair. And then there's Vivek in wizard robes. And the bull starts rampaging around. And then Vivek is using magic to make things disappear. You know what I mean? That's the silly vision I have. I think with Trump, you get anger, you get revenge, we're getting it done, we're firing these people. You get a charismatic personality that can rally people behind him. With Vivek, you get analytical, surgical, logistical, procedural. You get all of that top level stuff. Now, some people have said, actually, the Ramaswamy would be better as Secretary of State and Tucker Carlson would be a better VP. I don't know. Tucker Carlson is more of he's a charismatic guy. He's more of a speaker. Vice president is, it's kind of a do-nothing job, a lot of people think. Secretary of State makes a lot of sense. You get stuff done. But we'll see. I don't know for sure. All I can say for right now is I find this debate to be a waste of everyone's time and laughable. We all know Trump is going to win. He's the guy. They can throw everything they want at him. There's no point in having this debate. But I guess, vice presidential debate. I'll leave it there. Next segment is coming up at 1 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.